yeah, we've got some brand new Season 4 heroes, and you want to know all about them. As do I, so let's dive in. But first, join me over in Gemstone Legends. It's a fantastic Match 3 RPG game, and it's players who get in early on games like this who are at the biggest advantage. Not only will you help the channel out by using the link in the description of this video, but if you use the code #lion_2021 you're gonna get a guaranteed free epic hero named Elidor, along with 5 more gold scrolls, that's more heroes, and a bunch of gold and gems. And after you download the game, you're going to have access to the beginner events, which is going to get you 1 more free epic hero named Soliana, and a bunch of free legendary equipment and a platinum scroll, which is again another free epic or legendary hero. Guys, wow. Just make sure to use that code within 3 hours of downloading the game and after completing the tutorial. And I will see you over in Gemstone Legends. Alright, so we've got this guy, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that's a silent X at the beginning of his name, and I'm going to call him XNOLPHOD. But I don't know, you let me know in the comments, what do you think this guy's name is? How do you pronounce this? And maybe somebody out there knows, maybe this is a real name somewhere in the world or something. Occasionally that happens, and I always appreciate people letting me know in the comments how to pronounce names. I feel like I'm usually pretty good at it, but this one's got me stumped. And there's been other names in Empires and Puzzles I've had to go to the viewers about and ask for a little help on, but I'm gonna call him XNOLPHOD. He's a 5-star purple hero, sorcerer class, of course, part of the Underwild family. I'm not gonna go over that bonus because I've already done that for a number of these Underwild heroes, and you can look back at videos where I've talked about that. He does have this passive, decrease ailment duration. Duration of the first 3 status ailments this hero receives from special skills is decreased by 1 turn. So that's going to affect heroes that have shorter status ailment durations, but more powerful status ailments. It's going to affect them a lot more. I'm thinking like Gravemaker or Celeria, you know, where they only have a few turns where they do something super special. We have an attack stat of 768, a defense of 793, and HP of 1380. The special is average speed, so I know I've talked ad nauseum about this, but if you level up a mana troop to level 23 or higher, this essentially makes the hero fast, and you've got to consider that. But as we're going to see in just a moment, this guy kind of affects mana a little bit too, so things could go a lot faster than we're seeing at first look. Hint, hint. All right. This guy recovers 32% health for all allies. That's a pretty decent amount of healing, but what really makes this hero special is what comes next. And I want to say this about healers in general in Empires and Puzzles. I think healers are necessary. You need good healers. Most healers, especially on defense, are not worth it unless they're doing something else that's also really powerful. When you combine another powerful ability with a healer, then it makes it potentially a really good defender. So let's see what this guy does. He alters the power of all dark shields on the board. When an attacking hero casts the special, the shields become enhanced and give plus 37% more mana. When a defending hero casts the special, the shields become weakened and give negative 30% less mana. And I'm going to go ahead and tag on the last part of the special, and then we'll talk about it as a whole. Increases the mana of all allies by 20%. Oh my gosh. This guy's trying to make your whole team faster. Faster. Oh my gosh. Some heroes that maybe you wouldn't have put on defense before because they were just a little too slow. He might make them just fast enough. But not only that, if you're attacking and you bring a bunch of purple heroes, oh man, you're going to have some super fast shenanigans going on for the whole team. All right, I'll tell you what, this hero has all the elements of doing something really overpowered. When you have a hero that makes the whole team better, that is just about one of the most powerful things you can do in this game. Because there are some heroes out there that are already pretty overpowered. Just having a good synergy when you pair them with other heroes There are some heroes that are kind of overpowered just on their own like this. But now just take all the best heroes you have that work. You're going to have to, you know, finagle a little bit, whether it's offense or defense here. But take them, put them together, and make them all faster. This is amazing. This is an amazing hero. So good luck to any of you if you're summoning, and if you get him, I would love to know. Let me know in the comments. It'd be really interesting to see if anybody can manage to pull him. But let's talk about offense, defense, special teams. No, I'm just kidding. It's football season. That's why that came to mind. But let's talk about offense, defense, tournaments, Titans. For offense, this is just awesome. You know, being able to take a healer on offense that's going to speed up your team, especially if you're doing what a lot of people do on offense, which is stack multiple purples. And for those of you who really like mono, not my favorite style, but some of you like to do that. Wow, you're just going to fully take advantage of this guy. In fact, it's a hero like this that makes mono even more possible, because the problem with mono is, let's say you typically need at least 3 matches to make your heroes go off, but you only get 2. And you know, you're going to have to, you know, probably get some like where you get like 4 matches, you know, for 4 tiles together instead of just like 2 or whatever, or 3. But you can essentially set your heroes off on offense playing mono sooner than you would otherwise, which is really the problem with mono. The problem with mono is you don't always get the tiles when you need them. You run out, then the defense obliterates you, and so it's either when you take mono you just destroy their team, or the other team destroys you. It's not really well balanced, but this is going to make it so mono is more likely to go off sooner. This is only going to help mono purple, I mean, tremendously. Now, on defense, this isn't the best defensive hero, but there are some synergies here that are really going to help with other purple heroes, and there's a lot of good ones. I mean, I'm thinking now Freak and Ursina and the bunny. I always forget the bunny's name. I just call her the bunny. Yeah, so I mean, like, especially if you're in like a tournament, let's say on defense, where there's no yellow attacking hero. Oh my gosh, yeah, load up on these purples and you're going to make the whole team better. So this actually is sort of incentivizing you to possibly have a couple of the same color hero on defense, which usually isn't a good idea, but maybe you can do it here. So I see use cases for this pretty much everywhere. I think you're going to be able to find a way to use XNOLPHOD. And I think that he's a really good hero. These season 4 heroes have been gangbusters. He's just another one, and so for that reason, I'm giving XNOLPHOD an A. Now let's check out Zenobia. Zenobia is a 5-star red hero, cleric class, of course part of the Underwild family. The passive here is increased buff duration. So duration of the first 3 buffs this hero receives from special skills is increased by 1 turn. So she's incentivizing you to bring multiple buffs for your team. And if you get creative with it, there can be lots of good synergies with that. The attack stat is really high at 824. The defense is like okay for a season 4 type of hero at 756. It's good. It's not bad. But it's also not the highest we've ever seen, right? So this is obviously not like a defensive type of hero per se. And HP is 1316. Average speed, just like we were talking about. So remember that level 23 mana troop. Deals 320% damage to the enemies on the edges of the enemy formation. If there is only 1 enemy alive, the damage is doubled. We've seen this effect before with Jabber. Alters the power of all fire shields on the board. When an attacking hero casts the special, the shields become enhanced with plus 64% attack. And when a defending hero casts the special, the shields become weakened with a minus 57% attack. Now, I didn't really mention this with XNOLPHOD either. But the thing about the defensive side of this is, like, you have to put these heroes that create a negative effect on the tiles when they're on defense in very particular areas. Because clearly if you put like XNOLPHOD at tank, where he's purple, people are going to try to bring yellow, right? And so it doesn't really matter if you weaken the purple tiles. So it's not a tank hero if you're going to put a hero like this on defense. Same thing here too. Like if you're going to give the red tiles negative 57% attack, you're not going to use this hero as a tank. You're going to use this hero probably, let's say, behind a green tank. You know, I don't know if anyone wants to bring back Teleria and put Zenobia on the flank. That would actually be pretty good because they're going to try to bring red tiles against Teleria, and then Zenobia can weaken them. So it protects the team a little bit there. I don't think this is her best use to do something like that. Maybe XNOLPHOD has more uses on defense like that, but yeah, so about this special in particular, when we look at it overall, I love this special. I know this special is good because we've seen it be good with Jabber. This works a little bit differently. I don't think it's quite as exciting or good as Jabber, but it's pretty good. With her being average speed, and the special actually being relatively vanilla. There's not a whole lot going on with it. Doesn't mean it's not good. It's really good. It's like a sort of an ultra sniper type of deal. The effect does play out pretty well on defense. So if you can use her as a flank on defense with a green tank, that's kind of her ideal use, I think. But even so on offense, when you're trying to take out those really pesky wings, think about this. Sometimes people put a hero they're really trying to protect on the wings so that they don't die easily. And remember, there's all these different formations and things. So these days, this can mean a lot of different things. But, you know, just generally vanilla base. Let's talk about that. If there's difficult to deal with heroes on the wings, then this hero can kind of help come in and take them out. Now, you got to think hard about a hero like this because dealing damage to heroes on the edge of the formation when you have all the different formations that there are means it's going to be targeting different specific heroes. And so you got to take that into account. But it's a really great tool. This is a great hero to have. This is probably the second or third hero I would think about taking on a red attacking team to deal with some maybe difficult to deal with heroes in a particular place like that. And she's a finisher. So if you're down to one hero left on the defense, I mean, you're usually in a good place with that, but like she's going to make sure they are dead. So I think she's very good. I don't think she's overwhelming or dominating or anything like that, but I think you'll see her a lot on defense, on offense, and tournaments and things like that. The average does take just a little bit off of her grade, but not much because you can make her faster too. So for that reason, I'm giving Zenobia a B+. And I'm curious to know what you think. If you get either XNOLPHOD or Zenobia, if you get to play with her, please let me know in the comments. Let everyone else in the community know how these two heroes are. These are my thoughts. Of course, it's early. We're going to see a lot of testing and all that coming up. So if you haven't already, please consider hitting that like button. Also hit subscribe along with the bell notification so you know when I drop new videos or go live. And I will catch you in the next one.